Welcome to another edition of the WiseTake NBA DFS Early Look. CK013 here. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013. And of course, I'm from the WiseTake Nation, which you can find on all the social media platforms listed below or directly at wisetake.com if you're looking to take your DFS game to the next level. We are a premium DFS content provider as well as a DFS community design to help make you a better DFS player. Go check us out at wisetake.com for more. We have day passes available if you want to try to content out. $2.50 all the costs. Get all access to NBA. That's our projections, my projections, cheat sheets, Paulie D's fast break, which includes his core plays for GPPs, tournaments, GPPs and cash games, as well as a player pool. My core plays article where I write cash game core, GPP core, some pivots, all that good shit. So come check us out. You don't get the what do you call it? Slack chat. Slack chat's for monthly members or higher. But you do get everything else for $2.50 for the day. Go check it out. All right, if you're new to the channel, you came to the right place. So what you might as well do is hit the subscribe button with the notifications bell turned on so you don't miss out whenever we go live. We do all kinds of free content right here on the YouTube, the Twitch, Podbean, iTunes, all the good shit. And hit the like button. Likes really go a long way. Help us out. Don't be shy. Pop in, give some comments. Whatever the platform is that you're listening or watching, we appreciate y'all. But the likes, comments, feedback, all the positive energy really helps us out. It goes a long way and allows us to continue to do all the free content that we do. Please show some love that way. MG in the chat, OGMG, long time WiseTake Nation member. THJ, did you dirty CK? Yes, he did. I had a pretty decent NBA night. Nothing to brag about, which is why you don't see a screenshot, nothing. But I had a couple of legitimate shots to do that dirty, and unfortunately, Tim Hardaway Jr. Was a player that I had a decent amount of exposure to, as well as Richardson. But yeah, I guess I should have stopped at Jalen Brunson. We had a lot of good stuff. Had like 20% Steph Curry. He went for over 70 DraftKings points. We had a lot of good stuff mixed in there. Beasley, I've been riding Beasley over the weekend. He done me dirty, but you know, he finally got it back. Unfortunately, I did work in some THJ and Richardson shares, so I lowered my Beasley, but still 30% Beasley was 5% owned in a revenge spot. Went out there and just did the Doug nasty. CMOS, how did NFL treat you today? What's up? I mean, you know what, man? I only played 3 teams. I played really light. I'm gonna go back at it for the playoffs. But this week 17 is always such a shit show, and NFL colors. So I went light, only did 3 teams, cashed one of them, so I'll take it. You know, obviously we want better, of course. But again, I'm looking forward to the playoffs, and we'll pick up the volume again. And we got NBA to rock out with, so I played some NBA today, did better in that. Michael Ackerson, let's get those dirties. Yes, I'm loving it. I'm loving when I see more and more people using the lingo, giving that community vibage all day. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. I got you guys hanging with me. James Harden is questionable, so he was a late scratch on Saturday, which, by the way, Paulie D had a smash on Saturday. His fast break sheet was off the chart. Paulie took down, I forgot which contest it was. I think the $40, $44. I know he had like 6 teams in there, and got close to first place. Won like 1,900 on the day, but I got really close to first place. It would have been 5K. But shout out to Paulie. First smash of 2021. It didn't take too long. But yeah, James Harden is questionable. Obviously a big deal, right, in terms of what we're going to do, because he's going to have a big effect on how much we like John Wall, who, for the record, I know I'm skipping around, but DraftKings is just, 7-6. So, and he's played 37 minutes in 2 straight games. 37 minutes each. And he went for 45 and 50, and DraftKings decided it was a good idea to just raise him to 7-6 against Dallas, who is on a rough part of the schedule, back and have a back-to-back. But I'm assuming Luka's going to play. Luka's questionable also. I think Luka sat on Sunday so we could play on Monday, because this was the game where they figured they needed more, right? Not so much against Chicago. Evidently that was wrong, but, is what it is. Is Harden going to play? If Harden plays, kind of really fucks things up. Harden wants out of there, but if you want a team to want you, you need to go out there and show you can ball. He's done that. Now Wall's, I don't know. Not really sure what to expect. Interestingly enough, against Sacramento, he and Wall both did really well. James Harden ended up with a 55, which is not necessarily enough in tournaments at 11-1. But I thought it was interesting that he was able to go for 55. At the same time, Wall was able to go for 45. So just because Harden's in doesn't mean we can't play Wall. That's my point. But Wall would pretty much be a slam dunk at this point if Harden is ruled out. So again, I expect Luka to play, and I do like Luka if he does play. Showing a little bit more of that upside, right? Starting to get it going. 58 against Miami. Very slow-paced game. Houston's going to push the pace. Maybe we see Luka more involved. Unless he's actually injured. He could actually be a little more injured than I'm giving him credit for. Trae Young against the Knicks. The Knicks have been a little bit more competitive this year, which is good. It means games are lasting longer. They've been playing slow, right? Tibbs emphasizes defense, but this is Trae Young. And I think he could definitely do some damage here against New York, though New York has really struggled against the bigs. That's really where they've been hurting. But still, Trae Young obviously on the table. Ben Simmons, man, I don't know what it is about Charlotte. Charlotte is the one team. It seems like every time Ben plays Charlotte, he goes for 50. So what it comes down to is 50 enough at the price. Every time. He took 9 shots, 6 for 9 against Charlotte, but he had 12 rebounds, 11 every time. Go back and look at his history against Charlotte. For some reason, he just destroys them. But obviously on this slate, it may be hard to get all the way up there and click him over some of the other guys you're bypassing, right? You got Fox, you got Lowry, Kyle Lowry, if you will. Brogdon is 7-9, probably where he belongs. I think I like Van Fleet of the Toronto dudes. He's been on a little roll, right? 48 DraftKings points in 3 of his last 4 games, or 47. He got 1 on 47. But we know Boston has struggled to the guys that can shoot, and Van Fleet, in my opinion, is a better shooter than Kyle Lowry. So I'd rather go with a guy that's going to get some assists anyway, but also has a better shot at hitting his shots. That's right. But John Wall, right? I mean, we talked about it, but I'll say it again. So nice, I'll say it twice. John Wall. 7-6, too cheap. Let's go. Against Dallas, let's go. Coming down the list, maybe we'll consider Sexton. He ended up getting kind of there anyway, but I think Garland is questionable, so that'll depend. We know Cleveland's been thin. They could be getting some guys back. We'll have to monitor that situation. Coming down the list, there's plays, but is there the play? So LaMelo Ball has been just been balling out, right? And his team's been involved in a lot of blowouts. They get blown out a lot. And when they get blown out a lot, he plays more. Look at it. Close games, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 16 minutes. Blowouts, 29 minutes, 27 minutes, 31 minutes. So if you think he's going to get blown out, this team is going to get blown out. Now, the situation is different against Philly this time. Last time they played Philly the other day, it was a 4-6 and a back-to-back for Charlotte. They've now had a day off. Just saying. It's still not the prettiest part of the schedule, but they've at least had a day off. But the way it's looked now, and we could see things change, maybe in close games, and LaMelo Ball gets his points anyway. He's shown a lot of upside, but for the time being, that's how I've kind of been playing him. Blowout, not blowout, what to do. If you don't think it's a blowout, if you think it's a close game, then Devontae Graham is your man. Now, Devontae Graham, you could argue, is the reason that they've been getting blown out. You can certainly make that argument. But again, we look through. Close game, 37 minutes. Close game, 34 minutes. Close game, 35. Blowout, 29. Blowout, 25. Blowout, he did get to 30, but he just sucked. 1 for 10. Maybe they wanted to shoot the bat off his ass. I don't know. But at 5'7", this is way too cheap. My projection models are going to be begging me to put him at a high projection, and I'll be fighting it tooth and nail. But one of him or Ball should do well. If the game is close, it should be Graham. If it's a blowout, it should be Ball. Unless I see Moss in the chat says LaMelo was going to replace Graham at this rate. If they get blown out every single game, yes. But in all seriousness, if they make that move, then obviously things will change. But for right now, that's what we see. Devontae Graham is the play. If you think the game's closer, Ball is the play. If you think it's a blowout, that seems to be the pattern. Tyrese Halliburton's out. Just going to throw that out there. Halliburton's out. He's been playing minutes. Somebody's got to play those minutes. 27, 25, 26. He's been getting minutes. Somebody's got to fill that void. Maybe we see De'Aaron Fox play a little bit more. Maybe we see Buddy Hield play a little bit more. Don't see a ton down here in the cheap sheets. We'll probably have some value open up. But right now, we'll just keep it moving. Jaylen Brown has earned this price tag, man. Second time against Detroit, didn't do as hot, but first time against Detroit, this went nuts. Against Memphis, went nuts. Now he's playing Toronto. He's been a beast, but 8 threes a little steep for me, my friend. A little steep. Terry Rozier was the hero in the first game. I mean, I want to call him a hero because his team got destroyed, but he played really well. 7 for 11 from 3. Obviously, his numbers are kind of all over the place. Against Cleveland in game 1, he went for 59. But his floor has been as low as 12 against Memphis, which is typically a good spot for guards. Very strange. But we'll keep it rolling. I prefer Graham and Ball over Rozier at those prices, right? Am I right? Am I right? Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm right in the comments. If you disagree, at least tell me why. $7K for Victor Oladipo. New Orleans not playing nearly as fast. However, TJ Warren is out. And Depot was taking the shots. He was very chalky against the Knicks, and he happened to be terrible. But he still got a 33 fantasy points, even in a game where he shot 3 for 16. Did get 11 free throws, only made 8 of them. But still, 3 for 16. Now imagine if he actually made a couple of those shots. Massive upside. That's what that means. Massive upside. Also, though, floor is not phenomenal. Floor is not great. Buddy Hield has been playing monster minutes, 38, 35. He's playing big minutes. And Halliburton's out. So I think that Hill continues to play these minutes, and I think that maybe he even decides to take it. Look at the three-pointers that Hill's taking. 15 threes. 12 threes, and he's playing Golden State. Too many threes. Too many threes. And Nelson says Jaylen Brown is a stud, and if that price keeps people up, I'm all in. Get him, man. He is a stud. He is a stud. I think they're both studs, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. They're both studs. And I was saying this season in general, if you look at Boston, not only is Kemba Walker out, but Gordon Hayward is no longer on the team. So you now have two players that did absorb usage not there. It's there for Jaylen Brown and Tatum. What happens, though, when Kemba comes back? Does that change things? Sounds like we got a while. But he's a stud. I'm not disagreeing with that. He's a stud. He's a stud. He's a stud. He's a stud. But let's see if we can find another stud that's cheaper. RJ Barrett's cheap. He plays big minutes. Not calling RJ Barrett a stud. Smooth, chill there. Not doing that. But he is cheap. Andrew Wiggins, that's a maybe, a big fat maybe. There's a lot of maybes down here. I could see Tim Hardaway Jr. playing well today because of how shitty he was. Without Luka, I could see nobody playing him and him doing well. I could see it. Derrick Rose, 5'8". Not bad. He's coming down to a point in price where we can start considering Derrick Rose again because the usages look good when he's out there doing his thing. Kevin Huerter. Can never say this dude's name right. Questionable. Giant Q. Same deal, right? I mean, there's guys you can consider for value. Cole Anthony and these guys. He didn't play much in his last game. There's guys you can consider, but I don't see anything right now that has me super excited. If we get some injury news, we get some guys rolled out, maybe. Jaylen Brown looking a little bit better when you look at the position and realize, you know what, it's not that great of a position. It does make him look a little bit better. I'll admit that. Let's keep things rolling. Small forwards, talk about Ben. Ownage of Charlotte. Tatum, man, this is another stud. This is another stud. Oh, C-Moss asking about Drew Holiday. Let's take a look at Drew Holiday real quick. The hell is he? I must have missed him. Hold up. Holiday. Oh, he's at point guard at 6'8". My bad. I mean, yeah, I don't see why not. Obviously, the consistency hasn't really been there, but he has flashed some upside, right? Against Boston, went for 42, went for 49 against Miami. He's shown it. Is Detroit going to keep that game close? They stunned everybody what they did against Boston, right? Stunned everyone. This is Milwaukee with Big D. Giannis. I don't mind him. He's okay. Brandon Ingram. B.I. Him and Tatum, man, they look. I guess I fucking should talk about Tatum separately. Tatum looks great, man. I got no qualms, no arguments here, right? In neither one of them, Tatum or Brown, it should be a playoff type atmosphere, even early in the season, and those two guys have usage out the ass. And Toronto's not been that good, right? They have not been able to blow teams out. Maybe they have not looked great. That's all I'm saying. I do like Tatum. Also like Ingram, as well. So, there's some options here. Again, nothing that's really popping to me that I'm like, yes, we got to do this. So far, the only one that's done that to me is John Wall. And yeah, obviously, it's a straight lock if Harden is out. But even if Harden's in, I don't give a fuck. I'm probably still going to play him. Probably. Don't hold me to it, though. Check the article. You'll see. Okoro's questionable. We'll keep a status on that. Sadiq Bey played 30 minutes against Boston. And I'm pretty sure Josh Jackson is questionable too. Josh Jackson, so he got hurt. Right ankle injury. He got hurt. When was that game? Was it the 3rd? Okay, that was Sunday. So yeah, this is a rough situation. Detroit probably gets their ass beat. They're in a really tough part of the schedule here, right? At the very least, it's a 3 and 4 and a back-to-back. So maybe we do see the young guys play. Maybe we do go back to Bay. Maybe we go to, what's his name? Doumbaya at 3,200. If we think this game's going to get ugly nasty. But obviously, those are bold predictions. Maybe not. Actually, it's not that bold. Because Detroit's not that good of a team. Milwaukee is a pretty good team. And Detroit's in a really shitty part of the schedule. But nothing to hang your hat on is what I'm trying to say. Maybe we get Michael Carter-Williams again so we can get a bunch of mediocrity because that seems to be what he's all about. Michael Carter-Williams, mediocrity. Let's go on to power forwards. Big D, Giannis. Giannis, as one of our boys BK used to say. Giannis. Only played 28 minutes against Chicago. That's all he needed to go for 65 DraftKings points. This guy's a freak. He complete matchup nightmare for Detroit. He can go out there, do dirties. He's not a matchup nightmare for anyone. But again, is the game going to stay close, or does it even matter? Does he get there without the game staying close? Domantas Sabonis, 39 minutes against the Knicks. Only took 8 shots like a bitch. But, no disrespect, because he's a beast. 51 DraftKings points against Cleveland, right? 55 against Chicago. But 9.5 is really expensive. It really is. Julius Randle has become cash game city because even though his price is up, this guy barely leaves the court. And he's really the only offensive consistency the Knicks have right now. And it's not just through the scoring, because you can see his shooting percentages the last 2 games have not been great. It's been, number 1, rebounds, which he's supposed to. He plays the 4 and the 5. But the assist numbers, man. Look at the assist numbers. Crazy. Now he's got a fast-paced game against the Atlanta Hawks. I actually think Julius Randle is definitely in play. Yes, I do. What's up with Zion? Anybody know what's up with Zion? Why does he suck so bad lately? I got to dig into that. Yes, I do. Because I like Zion a lot, but these performances are not Zion-esque. Is it because Brandon Ingram is being just a complete alpha out there? He's older, more experienced. Maybe Zion's just like, I don't know. But I want to see alpha Zion. Siakam. Here's a guy that I thought was going to do a lot more and more often once Kawhi Leonard was off the team. Yeah, he goes for 50 every now and again. I thought he would do a lot better than that, though, to be honest with you. I did. Let's take a look at Collins. Bad game against Cleveland. That was a bad spot. Did really well against that Brooklyn game. This is a really good spot for Collins. The Knicks are going to struggle against bigs in general. However, now that Capella's back and playing big minutes, Collins will be playing a lot of 4. So it's not the worst thing in the world. I think he's naturally a 4. But when you play on the 5, you know you're getting boards and all that good shit. Larry Nance is a minutes play. Look at the minutes, 35, 43, 36. But if Okoro and those guys are back, if anyone's back, that's going to back us off a little bit. But if they're out again, if they're thin, even at 7-1, you can at least consider him because he's not coming off the court. He's playing too much. Grant's been balling, man. 6'9's a little up there, but he's been balling. He's getting the opportunity on a bad team. Say what you will. Blake Griffin's only 6'6", but Blake Griffin has earned that 6'6" price tag. Even in a close game against Boston, only played 29 minutes and was mediocre. We don't like that mediocre shit. No, we don't. Basley, I'm sure Basley was in Paulie's winning lineup. I mean, I would be stunned if he wasn't. Stunned. Paulie's been waiting to play Basley since last year. Since before the bubble. He's been waiting to play Basley. And Basley went out there and did the dirty. 12 boards, 7 for 10. He's had a couple rough shooting days. Finally got it together. 7 for 10. The Baz man. The bag man. Whatever you want to call Bagley continues to screw the universe. I don't know what's going on with him, but again, even for him, the shot attempts are there. He's getting real close to that double-double. It's about the minutes, and they're not guaranteed. But I think Bagley will be popular, and I don't give a shit. I'm gonna play Bagley because we know he's got massive upside. And 5.5 is probably too cheap. And Golden State, while they do have Wiseman, I expect them to continue to struggle at least a little bit against bigs. Draymond Green currently playing limited minutes. Even better. PJ Washington is hurt. 8 minutes in the second half to do a thumb contusion. PJ Walker is hurt. So that means we might have to play Miles Bridges. Let's find Miles Bridges. Is PJ in his 6'1"? That's why I skipped over his ass. He was 6'1". Well, shit. Well, that could mean Gordon Hayward slides down. Gordon Hayward played 38 minutes against Philly. In a game that really wasn't even that close. It was kind of interesting. Shot really well. But the PJ Washington injury is interesting because it also means that they're thin at really, really thin at center. They might be playing a lot of Bismack Biyombo. We'll have to see. Is there anything worth talking about that we didn't talk about in these tiers? I don't see it. I'm sure there is, and let me know in the chat what you see. Love going back and checking this out. Gordon finally played 28 minutes, and he did well enough at his price. I was really high on him. Would have liked him to do a little bit better. At 5'9", you need him to do a little bit better, but yeah, he's on the table. He's on the table. He is. Hit the like button if you haven't already. We're blowing right through this slate, ready to dominate. Doe. Centers, smash spot for Joel Embiid. He didn't smash last night. I told you because Ben Simmons just alphas out against this team. But it really wasn't even Ben Simmons. I think Tobias Harris also played well. But his price is under $10K, $100 cheaper. We know Embiid has massive upside. Massive. Drummond's been balling. Vooch is up to 8K. He's been balling. I know Vooch was, I know Paulie was big on Vooch that day. Christian Wood, man. Christian Wood is dominating. If Harden is out, let's go. If Harden is in, let's go on a smaller degree, but still let's go. Christian Wood's been awesome. No answers. Don't really see Dallas having a ton either. He's grabbing boards. He's playing big minutes. He's taking a lot of shots, taking threes. He shot 2 for 7 from 3 against Sacramento. That's terrible, but he still shot 7 for 14 from the field. So, and the guy's just scoring. Him in the wall, let's go. Luka bring back, let's go. I like it. Love Christian Wood. Yes, I do. Christian Wood, John Wall. That guy. What else do we got here? We got a bunch of okay shit. Capella's 6'1" now. It's probably about where he should be. You know, I don't mind Mitch Robb against Capella, right? Capella not typically a guy that draws a ton of foul trouble, right? Not overly aggressive. We talked about Bagley. Why not talk about Holmes, man? Richaun Holmes, he's been destroying shit, man. 33 minutes, 36 minutes, 32 minutes. I like Richaun. Maybe I set a rule not to play Bagley and Richaun together, but play them both a lot. Maybe that's what we do. Do like Richaun Holmes, though. It's about damn time. And I talked about Bismack, man. I don't want to do it, but if PJ's out, Bismack got 31 minutes. He's been playing 30 minutes. They don't have a choice, man. They're already missing Zeller. Is Zeller still out? Zeller is still out. Now PJ's hurt. Bismack could be in for a lot of minutes. Look at who's behind him. Richards, Carvey, I don't know. I'm not saying I love him. I'm just saying. Plumlee against Milwaukee, that's okay. That's okay. It's just okay. Boogie Cousins is 4'7". He's played 14 and 11 minutes. Not exactly sure why he's barely playing, but I'm sure that it's for a reason. And either way, good. Don't let him interfere with Christian Wood doing what he's got to do. Eating all day. Boucher has been getting some minutes, man. He's been looked good in these minutes, too. We know Boucher is a high pumping minutes average player. This position is pretty loaded, and it's all around this, like, juicy-ass 5. This juicy-ass range. Nelson says before he got hurt last year, Holmes was doing the same shit. I love that dude. I love him, too. He won me a lot of money last year. He did. We'll have to keep an eye on him. They're playing Golden State, too. The game should be competitive. Golden State in the back-to-back. Wiseman, his minutes have been going the wrong way. But this is a really good matchup for him, too. Right? Unless Whiteside's in it. And Whiteside just gets in the way of everything, man. He just fucks shit up. Does he even play anymore? How much is Whiteside really even playing? I mean, look at this. Whiteside. Here he is. 3-3 because he's not playing. 3 minutes because he's not playing. It's a shame because for fantasy purposes, he'd be really good. But yeah, Bagley. Bagley and Holmes. Bagley and Holmes. Just remember that. Bagley and Holmes. Which one? Should be saying Bagley or Holmes. Juicy Man Smith. Bro, McGee. Talking about JaVale? What you know about JaVale, man? 4,500 is cheap. He's been balling. 25 minutes against Atlanta. That was a lot. It was. He's been balling. I got no qualms, man. I got no issues if you want to take some shots. I wish I knew he would play more consistent minutes because before that, 14, 16, 16 is not really allowed to hang your hat on. Seems like it was more of a matchup situation type thing. But, yeah, we know he's got a high point per minute average when he is on the court. C-Moss asking about Tristan Thompson love, man. Do I like Tristan Thompson? I'm going to Cleveland. I'm going to the wrong team. Do I like Tristan Thompson at 4,400? Yeah, why not, man? He's cheap. He's playing minutes and he's cheap. Why not? We could do it. I'm curious to see what my projections look like when I finally do update them. And it's going to be an interesting one, man. We got a lot of pretty solid options here. I know Wall and Wood popped a lot, but we do have some interesting mid-tier plays at center. We got that's why Bagley's always so much more popular on DraftKings, because Bagley, you could play a power forward. And center's always deep. Always deep. That's going to do it, Nation, for the early look. Appreciate those of you who hung out with me live and those of you who decided to watch after the fact. Either way, much love, much appreciation. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, leave some comments. I want to hear from you guys. Tell me who your top plays are. I want to hear who your top plays are in the comments. Drop it on me. Drop it on me. Horde. And don't forget to check us out at WiseTake.com, man. Get a day pass, try out our content. Hopefully, you can see how we can help you and you can see how it's useful. Join the monthly membership, season pass, one of the higher plans. Get in our Slack chat. It's starting to pick up. Seeing some new faces pop up in there. It's been really good. Some new blood going. So do me a favor and, go check us out, WiseTake.com. If not, either way, make sure you stay subscribed because we're going to continue to do what we do Monday through Friday with the free content. Appreciate all you guys. I'm getting out of here for myself, the entire WiseTake Nation. As always, good luck. Yeah.